Yes, good evening everyone. Welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is DTRS session. So daily Takkar Rapid Series. In these lecture series, daily we are discussing 10 MCQs based on the current affairs of the day. And these MCQs are being very helpful. जैसे आप दिन भर में न्यूज़पेपर या फिर आप करंट अफेयर्स कंपाइलेशन पढ़ते हैं, डेली कंपाइलेशन ऑफ एनी कोचिंग क्लास. So after that, you should solve some MCQs based on the knowledge that you are getting from the current affairs. And this is going to help you in your prelims examination. जैसे हम देखते हैं कि प्रीलिम्स में डेडिकेटेडली 10 से 15 क्वेश्चंस तो करंट अफेयर्स से आते ही है, बट समहाउ द other questions are also having some context or relevance to current developments, and that's why these MCQs are very helpful. We are also compiling all these MCQs as 200 MCQ magazine, and that is available on subscription basis at Lukmaan IAS website, so you can subscribe for that also. Okay, so today's lead topic is integrated ocean energy atlas. It was in news. ठीक है, तो इंटीग्रेटेड ओशन एनर्जी एटलस जो है, इसके बेसिस पे हम फर्स्ट एमसीक्यू सॉल्व करेंगे एंड देयर आफ्टर द अदर 9 एमसीक्यूज बेस्ड ऑन 9 रिलेवेंट टॉपिक्स ऑफ द डे. बट वी आर आल्सो briefly discussing one quotation before starting the session. Yes, some of you may not be understanding the significance of discussing this quote based questions or quotes, but those who have written mains examination, they know the significance of this, because what you can do is, let's say such kind of quotes are being asked in GS4 paper ethics. 3 question aate quote based regularly. Consistently UPSC is asking such kind of questions. Then let's say essay topics are also somehow quote type of questions or topics are there. Also you yourself can use these quotes in your essay answer or ethics answers, and that's why it becomes very important and relevant. You can note them down, try to understand briefly what their meaning is, and thereafter the 10 MCQs we will discuss for prelims. Okay, today's quote is by Theodore Roosevelt. Courtesy is as much a mark of gentleman as courage. So he is talking about 2 important values and he is comparing them and saying that they are, we can say that, equally important, or let's say features or let's say traits of a gentleman. So yes, he is comparing with courage. So generally most of the people will agree that courage is an important, we can say that, virtue. Okay, so what is courage? Courage is, let's say, standing up in a particular challenging situation when the other people are not, let's say, coming forward to act, to decide. So that we can say that there is courage to let's say point out that something is wrong, courage to act against injustice or let's say unethical things that are going in our society or even administration, whatever it is. Okay, so that is called as courage. It requires we can say that some unique kind of traits, the let's say, or we can say that it is important virtue that makes a person with good character. And then you can link to virtue ethics of Aristotle, and one of the 4 cardinal virtues given by Aristotle is courage. Now after writing this, how courtesy is as good as, we can say, a mark of gentleman like courage. So courtesy, what is courtesy? Courtesy is simply being thankful. Okay, being thankful, or we can say that kind. So if suppose you are, let's say, receiving a service, so you can say thank you. Being courteous, जिसको हम बोलते हैं, that means being grateful, or we can say that having gratitude. Those have gratitude, they are courteous people. Okay, so saying thank you when the person when you are in need is helping, so that is, we can say that, courtesy. Or let's say a person is facing, let's say, some problems and you are helping that person. ठीक है, तो in return that person is, let's say, doing something for you. It is a courtesy, है ना. जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि neighbors, तो बचपन में हमने देखा है कि नेबर आते हैं दूध मांगने के लिए, शक्कर मांगने के लिए, चीनी मांग या फिर जो चाय पत्ती मांगने के लिए, तो इन रिटर्न वो जो कटोरा होता है वो वापस उसमें कुछ डाल के देता है ना, मिठाई वगैरह या कुछ और. ठीक है, तो बीइंग कर्टियस, Simply I am giving example, and we when we talk to each other, when we interact with each other in our society, so when the people are courteous, then we can say that it promotes inclusive society, it promotes tolerant society. So इस तरीके से आप उसको लिंक करिए, ठीक है. तो करेज, कर्टेसी टुगेदर वी कैन लिंक टू द कैरेक्टर ऑफ द पर्सन, जेंटलमैन, ठीक है, कैरेक्टर ऑफ द पर्सन, गुड कैरेक्टर, स्ट्रॉन्ग कैरेक्टर, ठीक है. सो करेज इज नॉट ऑलवेज लाइक डूइंग वायलेंस और लेट्स से समथिंग रिलेटेड टू एग्रेसिवनेस, ठीक है. करेज इज, वी कैन से दैट, डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ मीन जो अरिस्टोटल पढ़ा था, ठीक है. तो यहां पर करेज आता है सेंटर पे, यहां पर क्या आता है, कावर्डिस, एंड यहां पर आता है फुल हार्डीनेस, ठीक है. और टेकिंग एक्शंस आउट ऑफ रेज, ये होता है करेज, ठीक है, डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ मीन. Fine. So you can give certain examples of civil servants also, examples of great personalities. They have courage as well as courtesy. ठीक है, इस तरीके से. All right. But before starting the session, two important announcements. One is Takkar year-long test series program. Year-long test series program includes your prelims, mains, as well as interview program, interview guidance program. So still we have 3 months. By the end of December, let's say you can still prepare for your mains and prelims simultaneously. Thereafter, completely shifting focus on prelims. Thereafter, for your mains, and thereafter, let's say, interview guidance program. So this is how the planned manner, let's say, you will prepare for 2025 attempt. The new batch is going to start from 5th October. Go through the plan which is available on Lukmaan IAS website, or inquire at inquiry office and enroll for this particular course. Then MIGP, Mains Intensive Guidance Program. So earlier we were announcing that the date was let's say 23rd September. Now it has been shifted 1 week ahead. So basically we wanted to include those students who are giving this year's mains also in this program, because they are going to benefit from it. So the batch is now going to start from 30th of September 2024. As the name suggests, mains intensive, that means here the intensive preparation of your mains examination in next 3 months will be done through intensive teaching, 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, coaching or teaching by the faculties. There will be 54 classes including essay, and there will be answer writing through 8 sectional tests and 4 mock tests of PYQs. In addition to that, daily assignments for answer writing will be given by the faculties including PYQs. Okay, so this is going to help you a lot. Why? Because after prelims 2025, very less amount of time is there to do enrichment. So this is your opportunity. Utilize next 3 months in very judicious manner. These are the 10 topics of the day. Let's go in detail and solve them one by one. All right. What should we answer to this question? So yes, this atlas was in news. Yes, online students, good evening everyone. Give your answers in the comment box. हाँ, बताइए क्या आंसर है इसका? Integrated Ocean Energy Atlas. It was in news recently. Which body has released this atlas? Yes, Ministry of Earth Science, but particular body under it? Yes, Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services. This particular autonomous organization under Ministry of Earth Science was set up in 1999. And as the name suggests, Center for Ocean Information Services. It provides ocean related information, weather forecasting, or you can say that even the fishing grounds related information. It provides that information to society, coastal community, or research organizations and policymakers, that is government. Okay, so D is the correct answer. This atlas, Integrated Ocean Energy Atlas, has been created for India's EEZ, Exclusive Economic Zone, that is up to 200 nautical miles from the baseline. Right, EEZ. Now, what kind of energy that we have in ocean? So, we have different types of energy, solar, because ocean surface is also receiving solar energy, then offshore wind energy. Then we can say that, let's say wave, tides, tidal energy is there. Thereafter, we can also talk about OTEC, ocean thermal energy conversion. So, there are different types of energies that can be harnessed from the ocean, and we can say that that is provided, the potential in India's EEZ is provided so that the policymakers can take appropriate decision to harness that. Okay, so D is the correct answer. You can use that in geography optional, GS3 paper also economy or GS1 geography resources, क्योंकि energy resources में भी ये use कर सकते हैं. ठीक है? All right. Now, UNICEF. Yes, this body is in news. So, United Nations Children's Fund, or earlier it was called Children's Emergency Fund. Yes, that was created in 1946 to provide emergency food and healthcare to children. So it talks about, let's say, protection of rights of children at international level. We can say that under UN Charter, United Nations. Okay, now its headquarters is located in New York. Yes, it is funded only by signatory members of United Nations agency. This is incorrect. So basically it can receive funds from all, even individuals. You can visit the UNICEF website and there is tab of donation. So you can fund directly as an individual also. So non-profit organizations, governments, so or even let's say corporates, they can fund this agency, ठीक है, or UNICEF. So this is incorrect. यहाँ पे only लिखा हुआ है. So first statement is correct here. So what should be answered? A is the correct answer. All right. Parliamentary standing committees. So yes, parliamentary standing committees are continuously in news. So basic se question पूछा है. You can go through M. Laxmikant, revise it. It is a panel of MPs, members of parliaments appointed or elected by the House or nominated by Speaker and Chairman. This is correct about parliamentary standing committees. The committee works under the direction of Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister. No, this is incorrect. No. Works under the direction of Speaker or Chairman. Presiding officers. Presiding officers. Okay, so this is incorrect. Chairman of standing committee is always a member of ruling party. Not always, not necessary. Okay, so this is, we can say that incorrect. Only one is the correct. A is the correct answer. Okay? Yes, A is the correct answer. You can go through the explanation. The explanation PDF is attached in the description of this video and you can download it and go through the details of this particular bodies. Now, this particular species was in news. Coalescence. What is this coalescence? Coalescence are basically deep water fish species. And recent study of this fish species has shown how geology has played important role in the evolution of life on the earth's surface. Okay. So we can say that it is the fish species. यहाँ पे animal नहीं है, ठीक है, reptile है. Because all three other are, we can say, animal species. So fish, B is the correct answer here. ठीक है, B is the correct answer. All right. Now, next is Montreal Protocol of 1987. Yes, Montreal Protocol. So recently on 16th September we celebrated Ozone Day. तो इसलिए ये अभी news में है Montreal Protocol. One of the most successful, let's say, successfully implemented international agreement or protocol, we can say that, binding on its parties. 1987. इससे पहले जो था 1985 Vienna Convention on Ozone Depleting Substances regulates the production and consumption of nearly 100 man-made ozone depleting substances. That is true. It seeks to replace all these ozone depleting substances from the devices like ACs, refrigerators. Okay, the treaty was universally ratified. That is also true. All members ratified, signed and ratified this protocol. The Kigali Agreement of 2016, Kigali, Rwanda, okay, 27th meeting of parties of this Montreal Protocol resulted into an amendment to Montreal Protocol aimed at phasing out non-ozone depleting HFCs, hydrofluorocarbons. This is true. So what happened is, when we started replacing ozone depleting substances like CFCs, let's say carbons, sorry, not hydrofluoro, CFCs and we can say that HCFCs, right? So we replaced them with HFCs, hydrofluorocarbons. But recently, it has been found that this is potent greenhouse gas. Okay, greenhouse gas. And that's why it is not ozone depleting, rather it is potent greenhouse gas. So we want to replace it now. Why? Because it is contributing to global warming and climate change. And that's why this is, we can say that correct statement. All three statements are correct here. So C is the correct answer, right? Okay. Now let's talk about next question. Yes, personality in news, EVR, पेरियार, EVR जो एरोड वेंकटप्पा रामास्वामी, ठीक है. तो modern history, personality based questions are surely asked. Social reformers, socio religious reform movements, ठीक है. तो he resigned from Congress in 1925 because of growing differences over resolution passed by Madras Congress legislative parties. This is incorrect. This was not the reason. So he resigned from Congress in 1925. Why? Because he felt that the Congress was serving the interests of Brahmins, upper castes in the society, and he was, let's say, concerned about that. He started anti-Brahminical association. So he, let's say, associated with Justice Party, and later on he started his own political party called as Dravidar Kazhagam. So आज जो DMK, AIDMK, these are the, let's say, offshoots of the Dravidar Kazhagam started by EVR. So he was known as Periyar. ठीक है. तो for an independent Dravida Nadu comprising Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, Kannada people, he played a crucial role in Vaikom Satyagraha, Vaikom Temple Satyagraha, yes, mobilizing volunteers, delivering speeches, and earned the title Vaikom Veerar. So suppose there is question in prelims like Vaikom Veerar, which of the following personality from modern Indian history is known as Vaikom Veerar? So it was the EVR और पेरियार जो हम बोलते हैं रामास्वामी, ठीक है. सो ऑल, सॉरी, फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज इनकरेक्ट, 2 and 3. So that's why answer is B here. 2 and 3. B is the correct answer. Yes. Next, M. Vishwesvaraya. Yes, on 15th of September we celebrate Engineers Day. We celebrate Engineers Day as a, let's say, remembrance of M. Vishwesvaraya, birth anniversary of M. Vishwesvaraya. He is considered as father of Indian economic planning. This is correct. In 1934, he wrote the book Planning, Economic Planning in India. Economic Planning in India. Okay, he is architect of several, we can say that, major infrastructure projects. And yes, the engineering college in Pune, from where I have done my graduation, mechanical engineering, College of Engineering Pune. So he was the first engineer from COEP. ठीक है, तो I am very proud of that. And yes, Engineers Day is celebrated on the birth anniversary of M. Vishwesvaraya. ठीक है. Now, the unique fact is his birthday is celebrated as Engineer Day not only in India but in Sri Lanka and Tanzania also. ठीक है. श्रीलंका as well as Tanzania. तो बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट कंफ्यूज हो सकता है, बट दैट इज ऑल्सो ट्रू बिकॉज ही कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटेड टू सेवरल प्रोजेक्ट्स इन दोज कंट्रीज ऑल्सो. ठीक है, तो इसलिए आंसर जो है बोथ 1 and 2, बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. ऑल राइट. नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, डेरिवेटिव्स. यस, इकोनॉमी से क्वेश्चन है. फाइनेंशियल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स. Yes, online students, try to give your answers. Derivative is a product whose value is derived from the value of one or more basic variables. Yes, these variables are, they can be underlying assets or even we can say that interest rates variable. Excuse me, pardon me. Yes. So based on those variables and their changing values, so the derivatives as a financial instruments, they are traded. It is a financial instrument with a value that increases and decreases based on the movements of interest rate. So derivatives like interest rate derivative, for that this is correct we can say, and this is also correct, but they don't have relations like cause and effect. So statement 2 is not explaining the statement 1, rather independently they are correct. So we can say that B is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. All right. Now, Booker Prize, yes, Booker Prize. It is literary award established in 1969. This is correct. हमें पता है Booker Prize literary award है जो authors को poets को मिलता है. Winner of this prize receives cash award of $50,000. Now we know that Booker Prize is यूरोपियन प्राइज, ठीक है, यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में ओरिजिन है इसका. तो वो लॉजिक यूज करके हम 50,000 euros. Arundhati Roy was the first Indian woman to win this prize. This is, we can say that, correct fact. So first and third, only two statements are correct here. Only two statements are correct here. All right. Now ULAS scheme. ठीक है, ULAS scheme. What is ULAS? Understanding the lifelong learning for all जो in society. ठीक है, ULAS. Earlier it was adult education scheme. So what is this scheme? Many times the adult people in the country, they may not have gone through the formal educations in the school, and the basic numeracy and literacy they may not have. For them, the schools can be engaged to teach them basic numeracy and literacy, we can say, and make them literate. So for that purpose this scheme is there. Centrally sponsored scheme. एजुकेशन है तो स्पॉन्सर्ड ज़्यादातर होगा क्योंकि ये जो है आपका स्टेट सब्जेक्ट है. देन वी कैन से दैट ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द स्कीम इज टू हेल्प नॉन लिटरेट्स एंड अडल्ट्स हु मिस्ड आउट द फॉर्मल स्कूलिंग. दिस इज करेक्ट. गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स आर द यूनिट्स दैट इम्प्लीमेंट द स्कीम एंड आर रन बाय द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स. दिस इज करेक्ट, वी कैन से दैट. सो 2 and 3, that is only 2 is the correct answer here again. All right, so these are the 10 MCQs, and this particular scheme is being implemented 2022 to 27, and this was recommended under NEP, National Education Policy 2020. ठीक है? All right. Any question related to them? Okay, let us stop then.